Hello, everyone. Two little kids vanish in Nova Scotia, and the adults closest to them, their stories keep changing. Sliding door open, then it's closed. Searched by the ATV. No, actually, never touched it. Called 911 right away, except there's a big gap. A pink blanket appears near a boot print, but RCMP finally confirmed it. But what about the pink blanket in the window? And then a day later, it's gone. I'm here to line up the words, the timestamps, and everything that Daniel and Miss Malaya have spoken about, and we've got receipts. Because if Jack and Lilly can't speak for themselves, the contradictions certainly will. And we're going to talk about all of that on the other side of this.
Big rain, come along with me. Together with the truth you see. Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new.
Thank you so much, Jana Rich. Appreciate you, my dear. Good to see you. Thank you, Stealthy Suspect. Welcome to the Pearl family.
Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun. Hit the light and share the vibe. Crush those pearls, let's take the ride. Helen here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Spreading truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the light and share the vibe. Touch those pearls, let's take the ride. Come in here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the light and share the vibe. Crush those pearls, let's take the ride. Come in here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear.
The pearls were bound together through the storm and darkest weather. We search high, we search low, together everywhere we go. Justin's here and he's going live with the best fans by my side. We're a family, we hold strong. Together we can right the wrong. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea. We are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea. We are one in this community. stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars, searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea, we are one in this community. In the night or in the day, girls will light and lead the way. Justice heart and love support, together we will hold the fort. Lilly grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care.
Click play and come along with me. Together with the truth you see. Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comments here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comment here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comment here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear.
Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world, and you chose to be right here. I know your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is August 16th, 2025. It is currently 9:31 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Bonjour. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. We have a lot to talk about today. I was just noticing in chat that there is another Amber Alert in Canada right now for specifically our Alberta friends. Take a look at this before we get on to Jack and Lilly Sullivan. Guys, do me a favor, please hit that thumbs up button. Would greatly appreciate it, and consider sharing this live out on your favorite social media platform. All right, Alberta-wide Amber. Oh, canceled. Okay, after child is found. Praise the Lord. Thank you, Lord. Missing 2-year-old says the child has been found. The alert, which was issued just before 5 p.m. for all Alberta, said that around 4 p.m. on Saturday, an adult took a 2-year-old child in Edmond. Police said the child was taken from around the 106th Street and 31st Avenue area in Edmond. The Amber Alert was canceled at 5:30 p.m. local time. Police say the child has been found. Thank God. Thank God. We do not need any more missing kids right now. That is for sure. Whew. Okay. Good. Awesome. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. We are talking about Lilly and Jack Sullivan case today that will be not too far along from now. Will be 4 months since the two vanished from their Pictou County home. But you see, Daniel and Malaya, they find the children when they're actually taken or they're missing, rather than being, in my opinion, hidden. Big difference, right? Holy cow, 4 months already. September 4th, we're what, 2.5 weeks or so, something like that. Yep, it'll be 4 months. 4 months. Sure will. Seems like it's been longer. Seems like it's been longer than that, to be quite honest. For me, it seems like it's been longer than that. The Amber Alert scared me over my phone. I kept praying. Thank you so much, Linda. Thank you so much for praying. Thank you so much, Tana. Really do appreciate you becoming a member. Welcome to the Pro family. Good to see you. And thank you, Salty Suspects. Thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate you. You're welcome, Tana and Salty. Off topic, but she stopped cooperating with law enforcement and can't be. Yep. Pebbles, we were I had spoken about that earlier. The woman, the mom and dad from California with that 7-month-old baby, little Emmanuel. The mother is clammed up. Now, tell me, a mother, when they point out the inconsistencies, she clams up. What mother, what parent, what human being does something like that if you don't know anything? Right? Thank you so much, dear Shannon. Good to see you, baby. Thank you so much, honey. Really do appreciate you, Miss Shannon. Thank you, love. Thank you so much, hon. In my opinion, she's covering up leaving the baby in the car. She might have. That's a very good possibility. Or you got to remember that the dad allegedly harmed a child, his child, back in 2018. Why is that John B. guy telling everybody that Summer was found today in the woods? Oh my God. I have no idea. John B? I don't know who John B is, but she was not found. No, she wasn't. I wish. It's been 4 years for her, and I've been on that case since day one. But even before I was a creator, I was on that case. So, oh, Don B. I don't know why he's saying that. Why would he say that? I just heard Danielle's phone pinged at after midnight. Is that true? Daniels? You mean Daniels? I couldn't tell you. I don't know if anybody knows where his phone pinged. So I would be a little careful with that information. I don't know how they would know where his phone pinged. How would someone know that? Right? People just make up stuff. It's really terrible. Really terrible. These are human beings. Human beings. These are kids. These are babies. And this is the thing. We all have gotten information wrong before. It's inevitable. But something like someone has been found or someone's phone pings, I don't know how they're going to know that. 1 second, y'all. Okay. Yeah, Misty, I wouldn't know how they would know the phone pings. I mean, like I work with the private investigator, and we can get some pings, but it's not specific days. We can't get specific phone pings. And that's just in the United States. I can't do that in Canada or anything like that. So I don't know how they would do that at all. So I don't know. I don't know how they would do it. I mean, ask them for some receipts. That's all I can say about that. Generally for like private detectives or private investigators, that kind of thing, it'll just say like a city and a date. It doesn't give like a specific area because you have to have a warrant for something like that, right? So I don't really know about that. So I'll just be a little leery. And there's a lot of AI BS, a lot of AI BS. So be very careful. If you don't see a human being moving their lips, don't trust it, in my opinion. Like, if you don't know the creator and you don't see their face, if it is a faceless channel, I'm telling you guys, don't believe it, in my opinion. It's a very, I mean, and I know there's a lot of people that does because I get the text. Look at this. Look at this. Bullshit, honey. Could the kids be in some kind? No, they're not in any cult or anything like that. No, no, no. They're not in any cult. They're not in any tribe. They're not taken and just given a new home. No, not in Jack and Lily's case. Not in Summer's case. They're just not. Mhm. Thank you so much, Barbara, for gifting a pearl necklace. Thank you so much. Good to see you, Miss Barbara, in a minute. How you doing, girl? Thank you so much, Miss Barbara. If you receive that membership, make sure you thank our dear Barbara there. So yeah. Let's see here. You're not too late, Roni. You're not too late. Hey, KRD, good to see you. All right, so if you joined us for our last live with Jack and Lilly Sullivan, I noticed that Daniel, or at least in my opinion, Daniel, we were speaking about something very interesting, in my opinion. And in the beginning, like day 1 or day 2, Daniel and Malaya's home might be hard for you to see, but you can see a pink blanket here. You can see a pink blanket in the window right here. Right? And suddenly, the next day, after the rain, it's gone. Gone. Notice this. Gone. Nothing there. That is Lilly and Jack's room. Magic. Now you see it. Now you don't. And Daniel admitted about lying on this blanket, or lying on whether he said it wasn't Lily's blanket, and then he says it was, and now he says or insinuates that it's been planted. Right, right, Lake said. But Justin, a heart don't lie. Well, you know what? Neither do the fucking facts, right? So that's all I can say. That's all I can say to Miss Janie Jane. That's all I can say to her. And I can say a heart don't lie, but your son does. Maybe a mother's heart won't let her son, feel like he's lying, but the rest of the world says something is wrong here. Even God told us to don't trust your heart or lie and deceive you. Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. Exactly. Hey Marcia, good to see you, love. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you. Thank you, love. You are well, Miss Marcia. You received that. Make sure you thank our girl, Miss Marcia, and thank you for being a member as well, Miss Marcia. Thank you. When he left on the attention, I think he planted it. I think listen, come on. Think about this. Daniel doesn't plant flowers, he plants blankets, right? Excuse me. So let's think about this. There's a blanket there when the kids first go missing. The next day, right here, Daniel's standing right here, and then there's here. And this just happens to be out of the entire home. It just happens to be Lilly and Jack's room. Imagine that, folks. Imagine that. But Daniel says it was the pink blanket was used to cover a window. Then he says a door. Right? A door. And it just so happens that they find a pink blanket, not the search people, but the family, because in my opinion, they were sent there to look in that area. They told them to go in this area. Remember, search people was already through there. So they get back to the house. Malaya, she never got off her took us to do anything to begin with, but she was at the house. And where's Daniel? Nobody knows where Daniel was at that time. He wasn't there. Wasn't there. And this is Saturday. Oh, is Robini not feeling good? I'm sorry, Robini. I hope you feel better, honey. Yeah, exactly. And this is Saturday. And Daniel gets back to the house. And he and Justin take this. They take a video of it. Because the other part was in the trash. Now, why the RCMP didn't dig through that trash is concerning to me. And I think this is where many times there becomes an issue in these cases, because I think 98% of the time or so, it's usually a kid just walks off, or they run away on their own accord. But for the ones that are foul play, they got to check it every single time. Every single time. So Daniel knows better. He said, I'm the one that said RCMP should. I told RCMP that they should check that blanket, right? They should check that blanket. He has been nonstop with just absolute bullshit of lies. The family took me here to this blanket, right? By the way, I forgot to show y'all this. This is new. I'm pretty sure. Let me find it here.
The RCMP says they're sparing no resource in the search for the missing brother and sister. And as Ella MacDonald reports, almost 4 months into the investigation, the community is rallying to keep the children in the minds and hearts of Nova Scotians.
Nearly 4 months ago, Lilly and Jack Sullivan, ages 6 and 4, went missing from their home in Lansdowne Station. In a statement to Global News Thursday, RCMP say intensive investigative work is ongoing in relation to the disappearance of Lilly and Jack Sullivan, and tips continue to be received. We now have over 700 and are evaluated and prioritized by a dedicated team of investigators in the Northeast Nova Major Crime Unit with the assistance of agencies from across Canada.
We've had this in the past, different disaster, the Westray disaster. Everybody descended on us there, and that's not something we want. But in this case, when two little ones go missing, everybody is really keen on finding those children so they can get them home safe and sound.
Kent Corbett's family has lived in Pictou County for generations. As Lilly and Jack's case dragged on, he knew he had to do something to keep their story at the forefront of the news
this
cycle.
is Kenton's.
I approached Advocate Printing and said that we wanted a deal on making up some election style signs, and we went from there.
Over the last week, his advocacy group has been fulfilling sign orders, with all proceeds going towards search and rescue and funding more awareness materials. Some of the children's family members have ordered signs for their yards as well.
The more people that are thinking about these kids every day will be the greater chance that we have to be able to bring them home.
Lilly and Jack attended Salt Springs Elementary. As the new school year approaches, their school district says, "We have school psychologists, counselors, and regional support staff ready to help any students who are finding it challenging to be back on site at the school without the presence of their peers."
When those kids get back in the classroom to their teacher, it's going to be, did anybody find Jack and Lily? Kids that age aren't going to understand that the adults are doing everything they can. I wouldn't want to be that teacher having to explain that.
But Corbett says the community is still holding on to hope.
They're Pictou County's children now, and people need to know what happened.
Ella MacDonald, Global News, Pictou, Nova Scotia.
Pictou County residents remain desperate for answers in the disappearance of Lilly and Jack Sullivan. The RCMP says they're sparing no resource in the search for the missing brother and sister. And as Ella MacDonald reports, almost 4 months into the investigation, the community is rallying to keep the children in the minds and hearts of Nova Scotians.
Nearly 4 months ago, Lilly and Jack Sullivan, ages 6 and 4, went missing from their home in Lansdowne Station. In a statement to Global News Thursday, RCMP say intensive investigative work is ongoing in relation to the disappearance of Lilly and Jack Sullivan, and tips continue to be received. We now have over 700 and are evaluated and prioritized by a dedicated team of investigators in the Northeast Nova Major Crime Unit with the assistance of agencies from across Canada.
We've had this in the past, different disaster, the Westray disaster. Everybody descended on us there, and that's not something we want. But in this case, when two little ones go missing, everybody is really keen on finding those children so they can get them home safe and sound.
Kent Corbett's family has lived in Pictou County for generations. As Lilly and Jack's case dragged on, he knew he had to do something to keep their story at the forefront of the news cycle.
I approached Advocate Printing and said that we wanted a deal on making up some election style signs, and we went from there.
Over the last week, his advocacy group has been fulfilling sign orders.
Oh, it played it twice. Sorry, guys. I was like, they just had Ken on there. Sorry. How many months ago was this, and how many kids are missing? Nancy, this is Lilly and Jack Sullivan case out of Pictou County, Nova Scotia. And they have been missing. In 3 weeks from now, it'll be 4 months. So, and if you would, in my opinion, it is the parents know, the stepdad, especially, in my opinion, and the bio mother. But that's just my opinion. Daniel got a lot of support in the beginning because he was 1 second. Okay. Because he was the only one speaking out for the kids. But once he started speaking out, he would change his answers. And I mean, do a total turnaround on all of his answers. Yes, they say a 4 and a 6-year-old were out in the middle, left in the early in the morning time. But they were at home for 2 days. Well, including that day, Friday, they would have been home 2 days. But we also recently learned that the teachers at the school, they also provided them coats and everything. So because they weren't supplied there. Does Canada give clothing vouchers for school or anything for the kids? I wasn't sure if they did something like that or not. I mean, here they do it for like school. They call it school clothing vouchers, but wasn't sure if they did it there or not. Daniel has been nonstop, just full of complete lies, to say the very least. Where I was pulling up something, guys, bear with me. Did I exit it? I might have exited it. Hold on. I don't think I did. Malaya says that Daniel is telling the public one thing, but telling the RCMP something completely different, which is interesting, isn't it? I mean, why would he be telling someone completely different? Where the hell did I do with it, guys? Sorry. So yeah, that's what he does. All right. Oh, this is interesting. Hold on. When was this? Yeah. Okay. This right here was taken. Oh, it doesn't say. I was going to show you all this right here. Look at this. It just says published. When it was screenshotted, it was published at 2 hours ago. I think this was taken the 3rd or the 4th, and you don't see the pink blanket. You don't see the pink blanket in that window. At all. Right? Okay, so this was just this was like a day or two after Malaya left. My mother had to kick some people off the property because they were saying that I did it. This is Daniel being quoted. I had something to do with it. I'm the only one here fighting for them, which is sad, quote, end quote, he said. Martell said that after the disappearance, the children's mother left the area to be with family in another part of the province and has blocked him on social media. He said there was an argument between two families out in the yard of the home that day. Okay, this was May 6th because this was the 5th, and okay, rescued, update and search at his home on the 5th. So this had to be the 6th, the 5th or the 6th when this was done. So it shows you that that blanket is gone. Gone, mother chicken. Oh, thank you, Shannon. Appreciate you, darling. Thank you so much. You received that. Make sure you thank our girl, Shannon. Thank you, my dear. Appreciate you very much, honey. And thank you so much, Leslie. Really do appreciate you as well, my dear. Good to see you. So what they were saying that they were sleeping, and when I woke up, they were gone. Well, excuse me. Look at this. Look at this. Let me see if I got it here. I don't know if it's this one or not. Might have been this one. Daniel says here, quote, she went out to the room and I could hear Jack out in the kitchen. Okay. A few minutes went by. I heard nothing. Got up, went out in the kitchen, checked everything. I seen they weren't there. Checked their bedrooms and they weren't there, end quote. He says, he meaning Daniel. Quote, so I looked out the backyard. That's the only other place they would go. And there Boots was gone. How quick would you notice Boots gone? You think Daniel Martell is going to know their boots are gone that quick? Is he? I mean, especially for parents that, the teachers have to give the kids coats, right? I mean, this is parents that the teachers gave the kids clothes. Hmm. He says their boots were gone. The sliding door was closed. So they opened it and then they closed it, according to Daniel. Now, Janie says she could hear the kids outside, right? Hello, Juniper. Good to see you. Janie said she could hear the kids outside, but Daniel and Malaya could not hear the kids. And they're on the edge of the trailer with their window. They can see right out the backyard. Right. And I mean, this is a trailer. Their master bedroom is small, even the master bedrooms, right? The sliding door was closed. Usually they don't close the door. Huh. But out of all of the mornings, they closed that door. They opened that door. They closed that door. They got their boots on by themselves. They played out in the yard by themselves. And they left the yard, according to them, by themselves. Janie said she didn't hear anything except them playing out in the yard. I highly disagree with her. I don't think she heard them that morning, but I think she's doing this to save her son's ass. So who closed the door then? Well, it had to be Jack and Lilly, right? Had to be Jack and Lilly. No one ever came and, walked up to the house and lured him out. These are his quotes. I was going back through this. The sliding door was closed. Usually, they don't close the door. I usually have to remind them to close the door over and over, end quote. But that morning they did. It was the perfect storm. Daniel and Malaya and Janie want you to believe. It was the perfect storm, right? They just happened to be nodding off at the right time whenever the kids disappeared. That morning, Janie normally watches the kids when they're outside, but she heard them outside. But she says she just thought Daniel was yelling for them to get back in the house. But that morning, she didn't check. Did Jack have a backpack? That's a good question. Daniel says Lilly has a backpack, but Daniel also says in an interview that they have their backpacks. So there's that as well. Martell says he then jumped in his vehicle and started looking for them. You sack of lies, Daniel. You're a sack of liar. He doesn't talk about running up the hill, does he? He doesn't talk about meeting his mother in the backyard or the back behind the house. Doesn't mention that at all. At all. Thank you, Crazy. Danny said in an interview that he heard. Oh, yeah, I've got that one. I've got that one too. Yeah. Yeah. Sure do. Yep. He says they got the quote wrong, though. Yeah. He says he got the quote wrong. They got the quote wrong. He says, I heard them. But then he says, quote, I searched every dirt road and searched every culvert as fast as I could until I got back and seen the RCMP waiting there. Other times he says, what? That they had to wait for the RCMP in other interviews. And they wouldn't let me back in the woods until there was a guy dressed in military gear. He allowed me to jump back into the woods. So what does Daniel do? So he says, so I jumped the back of the fence and continued my search. Why did you have to jump the back of the fence? You could have just used the gate, Daniel. You could have used that snow fence in the back, but you wanted to look like what? Super Daniel? That's what it is. He wanted the math tell was kicking in. When the math towel kicks in, you got to jump over the fences. You got to run faster than helicopters. But this is the thing, Daniel. Nobody believes you. You don't even believe you. Maybe when you're stoned out of your head, but that's it. That's it. Thank you, Leslie. Appreciate you, my dear. Good to see you. Yeah, I almost got smashed in the head on 2 rocks. I know. So then he says, the house is just silent. There's no magic in the air. And by magic, he means meth fumes, I'm sure. There's no magic in the air. No magic in the air. You are crazy. You are a lunatic. It's just silent. That's really all I can say. Martell says the only concrete clue so far, and he's saying this is concrete. Concrete, y'all. Martell says the only concrete clue so far is a boot print that was found on the edge of the property. RCMP hasn't shared any additional evidence. But now Daniel says, all of these boot prints and these blankets were planted. I agree. They were. But you're trying to make it look like someone else, right? Daniel says here, we never cross the road. We have cabins we built up in the woods, and that's where usually as far as we take them. Quote, we were laying in the room, laying down, me, Malaya, and baby Meadow, and Lilly poked her head in a couple of times. I seen that she was wearing a pink t-shirt, and we usually don't like them to be too loud because they were going to wake up the baby. We want the baby to get as much sleep as possible, he says. He estimates that it took up to 20 minutes to notice the children were gone. He makes something very interesting here. And we usually don't like them to be too loud. Were they being too loud, Daniel? Were they being too loud? You know, that math makes you very paranoid, doesn't it, Daniel? And there's been many times where parents, caregivers quiet those kids because they're paranoid when they get a batch and are on that junk that you were on. They get paranoid. Yes, he is, Paul. Good to see you, my friend. They need to go back and check in the lake. They need someone like EquiSearch there. Right? Let's see here. Give me 2 seconds. When reached by phone, the children's mother, Malaya Brooks Murray, said they were advised by the RCMP not to speak. You are such a liar too, Malaya, in my opinion. All right. There was so many people here. Martell said the two children were outgoing and get along. They came to live with him 2 years ago, he said. Okay, listen to this. Listen to this. Martell, 33, said the pair had slipped out of the back door. Quote, Daniel, they went to the back sliding door and it's virtually silent when you try to open it up, he said, adding that both children were home from school because Lilly had a cough. No, Lilly had a bruise. Idiot. Quote, we only found 2 boot tracks outside the house, about 10 feet away from the backyard. Asked why he thinks the pair may have been abducted, Martell says, quote, I have no idea why anyone would want to take them, but they're easy to take. Putting that in their heads, right? If they would have wandered to the road, they would get in the car as long as you offered them food or water. Probably because they were fucking hungry, because neither one of you got off your asses to feed the kids. You guys are piss poor. Piss poor. Worthless. Let me see here. Daniel, he had surmised they opened the sliding glass door, put on their rubber boots, and went outside, escaping from the fenced-in yard. He said Lilly took a white backpack with strawberries on it. Jack would have been wearing a pull-up diaper, he added. Let me see here. What is this here? I think I read that one already, but let me find that one where he says He noted that the experts conducting tests. Okay. In addition, police said they have extensive. The children's stepfather, Daniel Martell, previously confirmed that he had taken one. I'm going to show you the one where did Daniel? Hold on, guys. Where did Daniel say that they went when they were seen on camera? The kids. Daniel said in an interview, Crazy Buck, he heard the sliding door open. Yeah, I'm going to show you that one. Yes, thank you, dear. Well, now it's Proudfoot's Hardware. But here he tells the children were last seen in public on May 1st getting groceries with their stepfather, Daniel Martell, in a nearby town of New Glasgow. You're so full of it, Daniel. Daniel says here, quote, she went out of the room and I could hear Jack out in the kitchen. A few minutes later, I heard nothing. Got up, went out in the kitchen, checked everything. I seen they weren't there, checked their bedrooms. They weren't there, he says. I already read that one, actually. We'll get to those text messages in a second, but I'm looking for a very specific something right now. This is where they had to re-edit. I don't know if you guys can see it here. This is where they re-edited this thing within 3 times, within 30 minutes with Jack and Lilly Sullivan. Anyone with information regarding this crime. You see that, Daniel? You see that? Damn, Daniel. Regarding this crime. Yes. Even though Daniel says this is not a crime. Anyone with this information regarding this crime, there you go. The disappearance of Jack and Lilly Sullivan is felt across the province and beyond, and my heart goes out to the family, the community, and everyone who has been working to find these children since day one, said Becky Drunham. Is that how you pronounce it? Attorney General of the Minister of Justice. Police and investigators, quote, police and investigators are working tirelessly to find answers. I urge anyone with information to please share this with the RCMP as soon as possible. They took out the crime. There you see it, there you don't. And then they edited it back. They had to do it 3 times. 3 times. Okay. 1 second here, guys. Let me. Lilly poked her. He's going to wake up. And I seen that she was wearing a pink t-shirt. Yeah. Remember, Daniel said he wasn't sleeping by any means. Right? Yeah, that's where they say they were getting groceries. The children were last seen in public getting groceries. Mr. Martell had said he and the family spent the evening at the mobile home while he worked on the fence at the back property. Well, the neighbor said he was quite busy that night into the early hour mornings, Daniel Malaya. His mother, who owns the mobile home, resides on the property in the camper. The next morning, the children's mother, Malaya Brooks Murray, marked the children absent at 6:17. What did I tell you guys? Not a chance that her ass was up at 6:17. Not a chance, unless they had been up all night. She just didn't randomly wake her ass up at 6:17. Roughly 4 hours later, Miss Brooks Murray called 911 and reported Jack and Lilly missing. Both she and Mr. Martell have said that they were dozing in bed and awoke to find the children gone. They assumed the kids put on their boots and went outside to the back door and escaped the wood and chicken wire that surrounds the backyard of the home, he told the Globe and Mail. So they got out of the chicken wire? Is that where you got out of, Daniel? The chicken wire? I want to know what Justin was doing too. Yeah. Miss Brooks Murray left the following day, blocked Daniel, all that. Okay. Watch this. This is the one with the city news, is where he really messed up. He must have been on it that day. Let's see here. Let me find it. The children's stepfather, Daniel Martell, previously confirmed that he had taken one. In addition, police say they have extensively searched the property where the children were last seen. Quote, every aspect of the home, the grounds, the outbuilding, a nearby septic system, wells, mine shafts, and culverts. This might not have been the one. Yeah, he says it in the city news. He really junks it up in the city news. Bad. That's where he told everyone that he heard them go out the door. That he heard them go out the door. Let me show you. And I'm going to get to some stuff here, but if you see this, it's so bad. Then after his interview, that's when he starts throwing Malaya under the bus. We need to talk about, is that chicken coop new? No. Mm-mm. Daniel says the mother did not hide them. The proposed theory is that the mother escorted them quietly to a vehicle. Guys, that was the proposed theory, Daniel says. Oh, shit. Listen, I pity the neck or his new girlfriend, but I guess she's just asking for it after knowing all of this. Yes, Daniel says the mother, all parentheses, did not hide them. The proposed theory is that the mother escorted them quietly to a vehicle. What did I tell you guys? Well, no, it's not. I don't even think it's Durwood's theory. I think it was Daniel's theory, and he was using Durwood as a useful idiot and convincing him. Remember, Durwood didn't even know what a damn timeline was. Right? So he's not that hard to fool. Then the vehicle drove them to an unknown location with his little explanation marks, where they remain in hiding. Investigators are still hard at work determining the exact unknown location. Daniel, just tell them the location, where they are. That's all I gotta do, buddy. He didn't like me since Durwood did not like me after I asked him questions. He didn't like me. So he was the one pushing it out, in my opinion. Yes, you can. I imagine Netflix will have a movie too. Yes. Daniel, I don't think you'll look very good in that movie, just so you know. Just saying. Let me see here. What Mr. Martell said here. Daniel always says this. He says this in every fucking time. There's more evidence that than the public knows, but I can't elaborate on any of that. Oh, yes, Patty. Absolutely. You didn't know Daniel said that there was going to be a Netflix series or documentary on this? Yes, Patty. He thinks his name's going to be in lights. But let me tell you something. Your name's going to be in lights. Police lights, Daniel. That's it. That's it. That's as good as we're getting. Now Daniel is in Kent's ear and he met Durwood. Perfect. Great. Really, Mohawk? Did that really happen? Exactly, Maria. I can't either. I can't either. That damn four-wheeler ATV was so... You're such a lion sack it, Daniel. I cannot stand that these two asshats know exactly where these kids are, in my opinion. I was just looking at pictures before I went live. So many groups of people was searching for Jack and Lilly in the fucking rain in Pictou County, Nova Scotia, driving, losing sleep at night. They couldn't even call out their names. Some of them couldn't even yell at their names because it would upset them, the searchers, too much, and they would start crying. So they just had to keep their head down and look. And these two assholes lie out their yin yang. Sorry, guys. Tonight's probably not the night if you're sensitive to curse words. I apologize, but I just cannot stand that, look at little Jaden. He was out there in a fucking tote. Out there in a tote. It's so upsetting. So upsetting. So, I don't know. Quote, families brought us to a location there not far away that there's a piece of a blanket which the mother says she believes belongs to her daughter. just off the road here, end quote, an official said over the radio. Meaning, i.e., was planted there. And that he says, now he says, oh, like a blanket just, like Lilly's blanket just got there magically. Yeah. You're full of shit, Daniel. And I tell you something, those kids are going to be found and justice will be served. There is too many people praying to find those kids. Just like in Summer's case, just like in Sebastian's case, just like in Michael Vaughn's case. I see these cases where some of them's been 25, 30, 35 years. But I'm telling you, they're going to be found. They are going to be found. And if you don't get it, and if you don't get judged in this life, you will in the next, sir. You too, Malaya. Oh, thank you, Joyous, honey. Thank you so much. You're very kind to me, Joyous. I really do appreciate your support. I'm good to see you. Thank you, lovies. If you received one of those, make sure you thank our dear Joyous. She's very kind to us. Very kind to me and you. So they can't bring them in with towing 1,000 different stories. They can't take them in and out and question over and over. No, they can't. They can't. But everything that they are said, that Daniel says specifically, it's being accounted for. Inventory is being taken. 2 children. 2 children banished. 1 in a diaper, a pull-up, a baby. The back fence was no fence on the way. Yeah, he says he jumped over the fence. He did say it was found on Lansdowne Road near the location of a child-size boot print that was discovered around the same time by searchers in the area of a pipeline trail, i.e., where Janie, Miss Junkyard Janie, says that they were on that really clean ass ATV, y'all. In the area of the pipeline trail, just over a kilometer from the children's home. RCMP refused to answer any questions about a blanket. Now they do. I made a fuss about it and bitched about it for 2 weeks. And then after that, the news picked up some stuff. And then they finally said it's being sent off for testing. How you doing? Thank you, Fleetford. Welcome to the Pearl family. Appreciate you, my friend. I apologize my foul mouth this evening. I'm a little bit passionate about what I do, and I cannot stand that these babies are out there. I just cannot. Can't do it. Listen to what a stepfather said. Think about this. The only parents I've ever heard say, they can't stay out there forever, or, these guys are getting banged up and everything. Or, if they're never found, is Jack and Lily's case, Sebastian Rogers' case, and Summer Wells' case. Daniel says here, it's good to get a refresher in this. The children's stepfather, Daniel Martell, I would say more like the dealer in the house. I wouldn't call him a stepfather. He is thankful for the amount of support for trained professionals in the volunteer looking for Jack and Lily. Quote, they can't go on forever. Everyone's exhausted at this point. It's just so hard on everybody, end quote, he said. When does someone say they can't look forever? Y'all be good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, y'all. Thank you for being here. Yep, you. Thank you. I know you can't look forever. I understand. Y'all can't look forever. You would be pulling me. Don't go. Please stay here. Don't go. They haven't been found yet. Of course. Parents would. I don't think you're looking in the right spot. If they're not there, they got to be somewhere right there. Of course he wanted them to stop looking. Of course. But sounds like they're a little bit farther out, aren't they, Daniel? They're a little farther out right now. That old, what was it, 5-speed or something? Is that what they said? Vehicle going in and out of that property that night. You have a potty mouth. I do when I'm passionate about someone lying on a missing child. Martell said he is more than happy with the thoroughness of the investigation, saying people have put their lives on hold to search for the children. He's a son of a bitch. He is, quote, grateful, end quote. The police are going back and looking through the dense parts of the forest again. One second here. Daniel says here he is hoping that members of the public can help with the investigation. You fucking right we are, Daniel. And a lot of us are doing a lot of things to make sure that these kids are found. Quote, if anybody out there has anything, come forward now, end quote. Look at this. When asked if Martell believes the children are still out there alive, quote, that's all I can hope for, is to bring Jack and Lily home. It's the only thing I'm hoping for at this point, end quote. Now, Daniel bitches about the money. Quote, with the amount of money they spend and all the capabilities they have with helicopters to drones To people on the ground, they still have nothing, Martell said. The first 2 days I ran through the woods, screaming and yelling, Lilly and Jack, until my throat hurt. Quote, end quote, he said. But this search is so far out, I don't know where I could start. You fucking start. That's what you do. When you don't know where to start, you start. Martell said the search area has expanded to 4 kilometers wide. He has lived in the community for over 2 decades. He knows those fucking woods and those streams, don't you, Daniel? And says the terrain has a lot of streams, rivers, and elevation changes. There we go, talking about water again, Danny. Lilly could have dropped her backpack she was carrying as well, and Jack's boots might have slipped off. This one's interesting. He did say that. Okay, I read that one actually. Martell said the footage was from a store near Highland Square in New Glasgow. The last time the children were seen that day before they went missing, when they were caught on surveillance footage with Martell, Malaya Brooks Murray, who is the children's mother, and the 1-year-old daughter, Meadow. The investigators don't see me as part of the investigation, he says. I know I have nothing to do with it. They don't see him as part of the investigation. You're something, Martell. You really are. Oh, you're something, Martell. They don't see him part as the investigation. I mean, Daniel, the way he makes it sound now is, I mean, he's basically, one of the big wigs at the RCMP. I mean, he's in a skyscraper right now. Like, he has an office and, salary, all of that. He's so in with them. He's got people on the inside now. So, don't let that M fool you. Okay. You're so stupid, Daniel. He is beyond anything I've ever seen. All right. You and your high rises, Daniel. Look at this. The only high rise, never mind. The only high rise, Daniel, is those damn pants right there. That's the only high rise you're getting. Five speeds is like 160 kilometers per hour. How do you know it's a 5-speed? It's like 160 kilometers per hour. What do you mean? You can tell when someone's driving a 5-speed. What are they called? A standard is what we call them here. They were Shannon. You can tell when someone's driving it. It's not an automatic sound. Yes, he did for 100 or 322 days for his son. Yep, and found his son's remains. Just found another missing man alive last week. That's a real dad. Amen. Caberba. Yes, that's right. I don't know if I have to drive a standard. I'm driving a standard because I'm like, boo, 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 boo. I'm like bunny hopping. Yeah, You can tell, you can hear. Do you know if someone's driving a standard or not? Yeah. The magical silent door. I want to pull this up. Give me 1 second. Daniel also cries when he talks about Jack. I noticed this as well when he brings up Jack. Hold on. Oh, I've never seen that interview. Oh, it's got Daniel in it. Okay. Maybe I have seen it. I just never seen it with that guy. Can't find them, grid them. Have y'all seen it with this guy? This interview with that guy? Hold on. I want to see something.
Some of what he had to say about Jack and Lilly.
Lilly and Jack.
Oh, look, we see curtains in there, Daniel. But
Picture.
not in the pink room back there.
Awesome kids, very, very kind. They'll talk to anyone. They want to go with anyone. They're just looking to have as much fun as they can.
They'll talk to anyone. They want to go to anyone. Most kids that are 4 and 6, they're awkward around people they don't know. Right? You know how, like, when they're little, they hide behind, like, they're standing there, they'll hide behind your leg and they'll, like, peek out like that. Right? I mean, if they were starving, probably. Oh, I need to take that banner down. But yeah, they'll go with anyone, especially if you offer them food. Yeah. They pushed it. Her and Daniel pushed it from the get-go. Right? From the get-go. Someone took these kids. Check the airports. Check this. Check that. That's one of the only clear things RCMP has never been about. Clear about, rather, is they don't believe they were taken. They got a big old pile of wood there.
Jack just absolutely loves bugs, dinosaurs, anything like that. But
Hold on.
anything.
Just wanted to see his hands right there. They should have checked his whole body.
Anything like that. But
see how he cries?
Lilly
It's with Jack.
Loves girly things, but she also loves doing everything with Jack. Bugs. They're like best friends, not just brother and sister.
He says he's also hoping police monitor the New Brunswick border and the airports for any sign of the two children. But RCMP tell us this afternoon they're not
Look how wet and muddy.
considering any possible abduction here. As far as they're concerned, they're looking for two young children who simply wandered away.
I know that there's a lot of people pulling for these kids to come home. We've heard a lot about the impact that this is having on the community at large and the family, and it's really important that we locate these children and get the information from the scene here and from anyone who might have information about the kids and their habits. So it's been really important to have engagement from anyone who knows these kids.
A spokesperson for the Chignecto Central Regional Center for Education tells us the two.
I'm just going back through some of these things. I think I'm going to go back and I'm going to find, I think I have every interview now, but I think I'm going to go back and I'm going to do every single thing Daniel said, every single thing he said, every single thing Malaya said, and how they evolved over time. But look here. I was looking. Oh, thank you so much, Brenda. Thank you so much, honey. Really do appreciate your support, my dear. Good to see you. Thank you so much, love. Appreciate your super support. How you doing, Miss Brenda? Thank you for being a member as well, my dear. Good to see you, love. Thank you. Because he's certainly said a lot. Hello, Sarah. Good to see you. Is this a tackle box or a toolbox? One or the other. You can use it as either one, right? What the hell is in that? What is that? Is it just dirt? Leaves? Hold on. Is it just leaves? The black box, we could do all two boxes. Just now noticed it. Trash. Military too. Maybe. Dead leaves. Oh, look at there. Look at that. Look at that four-wheeler. Oh, and look at that. Look at this right here. No pink blanket. Gone. Pink blanket. Gone. Mm-hmm. All gone. Isn't it, Daniel? Isn't that weird? Everything in that property. Look at this. Every other four-wheeler had mud all over it. This one, not so much. It's a little blurry because I really enlarged it, but look at this thing on the back. Who took it out, Janie? Look at that big old thing on there. Someone can sit up there. Let's Justin drive it, but not Daniel. And I probably understand, because Justin would, or not Justin, well, maybe him too, but Daniel would probably hawk it and sell it, right, for a rock. But Justin probably wouldn't. I don't know. The pink blankets are on the tree. Well, some of it was on the tree. Some of it was in the trash. Look at the tree. Yes, I can. I don't know where my pictures is. If somebody got a picture of the pink blanket handy. But yep. Now, Daniel, how would you and Janie and Justin ride on that? You had to be a far ass way away, Daniel, for you to get on the four-wheeler. For three of you to be on that four-wheeler, that's going to be very uncomfortable. Right? That's going to be very, very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable, sir. All that. Hold on. What's this? What are they doing here? Look at the dirt move there. Y'all see that? Let me show you bigger. Look at this. I know they were digging through here, but what the hell's this? See it? Why's the grass gone there? Yeah, there's a search ribbon on that tree, yeah. Tree to the right of the quad. I mean, I know a lot of people think that they're buried on the property and stuff, but I don't. But I just don't know why it's like that. I just don't. Why is it out like that? I just don't understand. Just weird to me. I don't know. All right, moving on.
Today, some of the family members walked me through into that wooded area directly adjacent to where they live, maybe 20-second walk from the home into the woods. And as you walk into the woods, there's a little, kind of a tree fort, a little lean-to, and that's where the kids would play. And the family around there say they find it very hard to believe that, given how thick the brush is on some of the steep banks around that area, and just the difficulty moving around if you sort of leave that trail, how difficult they find it to believe that they could have gone anywhere deeper than that into the woods.
No idea. I had no idea. I'm still searching every day. I'm waiting for information. I have to let them do a lot of their stuff with the aircrafts and everything else, and dogs and searchers. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be coordinated, and I can't just go running through the woods. I want to, but I just can't right now because the search is just so far out.
And so, Tom, we're just about a kilometer away from where the command site was, and
Now,
where
guys,
that
get
command
this.
site is.
The searches are just so far out, but the kids would get out there. Right? Daniel's saying they're too far out for me. But a 4-year-old with a diaper got out that far, and a 6-year-old.
RCMP, open up.
That's all I gotta say. Who scratched his face? I don't know. Yes, Sarah, they should. Kind of looks like Don. Yeah.
RCMP are leading that investigation, but they're on the search and rescue operation. Running in tandem and kind of parallel is kind of a missing persons investigation that the RCMP is involved in as well. And so as those investigators glean new information based on interviews, maybe they'll find a piece of clothing from home and they'll bring it to the search and rescue site. Any new information, they'll bring it to the search and.
Did it stop? Why did it do that? Can y'all see me? Can y'all see me still? I want to know. They searched all the wells. Yeah, they did. They searched. In my opinion, they'll be found in the fall in the woods just outside the search area so that G and M can say they were in there. Okay. I don't know why it's done that, but it's done it. Oops, a media timeout has prevented us from playing this media. This was, yep, this was the third. That's so interesting. So interesting, Daniel. that little blanket is gone. Ooh, what's that? Yep, okay. All right. Let me pull it up here. I was looking at something here. I wanted to see in this video. Is the blanket gone in this video? Guys, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it. Oh, interesting. Interesting when they took this. Look at there. It's got different in there. See that? Something in the window, or that's furniture one or something. But that old pink blanket is gone, 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 gone. It's right there. Yes, normally we carry bucks or bull elk at the front or back of our ATV. What do you mean? Front of what are you talking about, Fun to Ski? Yes, normally we carry bucks or bull elk. I don't get it. Like their horns or something? Exactly. I know they hunt, but I don't get it.
No one will say for sure, but police say it was around 10 a.m. when they got a 911 call.
I ran up in the woods to the kids. They have cabins up in the woods, which only took me like 30 seconds. I came right
He saves his ass right there.
back down. She was on the phone with the RCMP.
Let me see here. I haven't done this since Janie did this. Let me just see this one. Hold on.
Brother Jack
Janie did her
William James
interview.
Sullivan is indeed gripping the country and beyond.
Oh,
It is Friday, May 2nd.
you mean when you unalive them, you carry them on there? Is that what you mean? Like hunters do? Like my family does. Justin, do they have a frontal view of the ATV? That's where Janie said she rode on it. Is that enough room? Good. Yeah, it does. It does have a front. It does. I just looked. Yeah, it's got a rack on the front.
Martell and his partner Malaya Brooks Murray, the children's mother, are having a lazy morning with their baby. Lilly and Jack are in the kitchen alone.
Malaya and the baby were asleep. Lilly came in multiple times. I was not in deep sleep by any means. And then about 20 minutes passed. And then when I woke up, Malaya was right beside me. She was still asleep.
Malaya says
And I
she
said,
was awake.
I don't
And didn't you say Malaya was playing on her phone?
hear Lilly and Jack.
The time, no one will say for sure, but police say it was around 10 a.m. when they got a 911 call.
I ran up in the woods to the kids. They have cabins up in the woods, which only took me like 30 seconds. I came right back down. She was on the phone with the RCMP.
For 6 days, crews tackled an exhaustive search. The children's mother took the baby to be with her family in another part of the province. Her mother told CBC News the RCMP be with her family in another part of the province. Her mother told CBC News the RCMP told them not to speak with news reporters. The RCMP says it just advised everyone to be mindful of the information they share publicly. On May 7th, police scaled back the search.
The probability of survival is taken into consideration.
But search crews returned for 2 more weekends until the end of May, searching wells, mine shafts, and septic systems, even flying a drone beneath the home.
The 4-year-old is wearing some blue dinosaur boots.
Police say they found a boot print. And listen to this in the radio chatter.
Listen.
Families brought us to a location there, not far away, that there's a piece of a blanket.
Police won't say anything about a blanket, but Martell
The police won't say anything about a blanket, but listen, Martell
says a piece of Lilly's blanket was found near the boot print. He
says no, then he says yes. Or he said yes, then he said no, and then he said yes.
says both children may have undiagnosed autism.
For a lot of people, this story just sounds odd.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand that?
Yes, I do. And I see it every day online.
He's keenly aware the public suspects
Keenly
him, says the
aware.
police did too at the start.
Of course, the stepfather was always a prime suspect right off the beginning.
The prime suspect? No. No. They look. Most likely, it is someone in the house, but that doesn't make you a suspect, right? You have to be cleared. It looks like a whole new place now, right? Like they really cleaned up the place.
So he offered to take a polygraph test.
I was extremely nervous.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it just by thinking about it.
I've never got it. Oh, I got it on my other account. Sorry, I don't got it on my.
What the first question they asked you, did you kill Lilly and Jack?
That was the first question they asked you.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's really uncomfortable there. And the reporter is great here because she just lets that silence eat him and let his nervousness talk. Brilliant. Yeah. He closes his eyes. Yeah, he doesn't want that silence. He doesn't want that silence. It's uncomfortable when you're potentially no more. And he says it only had to do with the fact of the death of Lilly and Jack. He's so an idiot.
When did you find out the result of your test?
Immediately right after.
That's true.
What did they say to you?
You did a good job. You passed.
Hi, Kayla. How you doing?
The RCMP's Corporal Guillaume Tremblay is not an investigating officer, but he speaks for the force in Nova Scotia.
You know, it's quite rare that in my career, I've never seen 2 missing children go at the same time.
Was anything found in any of these searches that was deemed to be of significance? Even if you can't tell me what it was, anything of significance?
So I can tell you that the investigation is ongoing and that we haven't found any evidence to show that there was an abduction of the children.
So you don't think they were abducted, but you can't find them. How do 2 young children just vanish?
That's a great question, Kayla. And we are asking for the public for tips and information.
He says the force has received close to 500 tips, some that have taken them elsewhere in the country. But the only confirmed sighting of Jack and Lilly was the day before they disappeared in Nova Scotia. Martell says the children were seen on camera with the whole family. Still, police are asking for trail camera footage in the area dating back 5 days. They say they're trying to establish a timeline in the lead up to the disappearance.
So when teams are tasked, they get a bearing.
Crews have searched around 8.5 square kilometers.
Coming up through all of this stuff.
Amy Hansen has been the search manager for most of that. She's taking us into the...
Okay. I just want to see where Daniel talks, really. Because I don't really... There's Sweet Blenda. Let me find that one where it's just... Hold on. Okay. Oh, maybe here it is. Here it is. This is it. And notice how he doesn't trash Malaya here at all. But then he gets, so I believe Malaya whenever she says he tells us one thing and he tells the RCMP something else.
I know the truth. I didn't
Oh, you close those eyes, don't you?
kill Lilly and Jack.
It's been 6 weeks
I didn't. Who ever said he killed them? That would be terrible.
now since you've seen.
Look at old Janie's. Watch this.
I know the truth. I didn't kill Lilly and Jack.
Right there. Right there, Janie says she was going to put a pool right underneath her windshield. But she says she hated it. She didn't like the screams of Lilly. That's just terrible. I don't know how anyone. I have this rule, like, even if you didn't like someone generally, unless it's a really, really, really horrible person, you don't talk about someone ill, someone deceased, someone missing, like you don't talk in a negative, nothing negative, because they can't fend, and especially a kid. That's just kind of a rule of mine. And I was just like, this bitch said this about a 6-year-old giggling, playing, being a kid. She screamed because good or bad attention, that was the only fucking attention the kid got with those two crackheads.
It's been 6 weeks now since you've seen Lilly and Jack. I just want to ask, how are you holding up?
It's been a long 6 weeks.
Yeah,
I know that
control your temper, Daniel.
Everybody basically in the world at this point is always wanting to know, like, what happened. It's been from sadness to anger at this point. And I know the RCMP and major crimes are working around the clock trying to piece everything together, and I'm grateful for that.
I bet you are.
But it always leaves the question, 6 weeks has gone by, and we know at this point they're not in the woods.
He's balls nervous.
And where are they?
Did you feel in the beginning that they suspected you?
Of course. The stepfather was always a prime suspect right off the beginning.
You felt that from the beginning?
Yeah.
But you don't feel that now?
No, I don't feel that at all. I asked for the lie detector exam.
You just keep on, Daniel. I just hope you are just as comfortable as your little heart is content. I hope they make you feel right at home, Daniel. I do. I hope they squeeze your little cheeks and said you outran that helicopter like a big boy. I hope so. So they can slap the cuffs around your wrist one day, in my opinion, like a big ass boy.
I mean, the polygraph exam, I gave them my phone. I told them I do drug tests because there's a lot of rumors online about a drug party. I know the person that said those rumors, and it was just to take the heat off themselves.
Was there any kind of party?
No.
Was there any kind of gathering that someone might have thought was a party?
No.
There were no people at the house?
No. Not the night before.
Okay.
Not the night before. Was there any cars going in and out of the home Friday night? Daniel, was there? Survey says, in my opinion, yes. They were just told not to take the heat off of them. Hey, Bobby, good to see you. Malaya's, they can't stay single for long. They're so codependent on someone else. Of course.
Mentioned you offered to take a polygraph test.
Yeah.
Did the RCMP take you up on that?
Yes, it did.
And how did that unfold?
That unfolded in my favor. They obviously know I wasn't lying about anything.
So they said, "Yep, great, thank you. Come in for a polygraph."
It's hard for them to sit there and that unfolded in my favor. What about Jack and Lily's favor?
Test.
Yeah, it took a little while to set up. And
when did you do that test?
It didn't take a long time.
I don't know the
set up,
exact date.
Daniel. You act like it's a third world country. It's Canada. I mean, the Canada and the United States are almost the same, really. I mean, it's the United States, but colder. Right? I mean, we're the same people, pretty much. And I think, Daniel, you delayed that, didn't you? You delayed that as long as your little weaselly ass could squeak out of it. That's exactly what you did, Daniel, in my opinion. Yep. We know. That's why you was looking real rough. Rough. Barking like Janie and her dog. Rough. That's why you were looking real rough for a few days there before you took that lie detector test and that little rug test, didn't you? You said they didn't rug test me. Okay. Get right on that.
But that would be at least 3 weeks ago, probably.
So roughly 3 weeks after the decision.
So you don't remember the day, Daniel? I would have told you the day, the hour, the minute, the second.
Parents.
Yeah.
And I think most Canadians wouldn't have any idea what's involved with that. Can you describe the process? You go in and just tell us right from the start.
We go in, sit down in a big comfy chair, and they have multiple sensory pads. You have them underneath your forearms, you have them underneath your butt, and you have them underneath your feet with your shoes off. You have a sweat gland on one finger. You have a measuring instrument for blood flow that goes in and out of your hand. And you have a cuff on your arm for blood pressure to measure your pulse.
Were you nervous?
Yeah, I was extremely nervous.
Yeah, extremely nervous. And congratulations, you passed. Sweating like a clam. Yeah, I passed.
Especially with the first question they asked you, did you kill Lilly and Jack?
That was the first question they asked you.
Player there. Watch his nostrils.
Jack. Really nervous.
Watch his nostrils.
Especially with the first question they asked you, did you kill Lilly and Jack?
That was the first question they asked you.
Watch his breathing.
Yeah.
What went through your mind when someone's asking you that question so point blank like that?
Your mind
Yeah.
has a massive release of chemicals, I guess you would call them.
You mean you had a meth dump? You had a meth dump. It just poured right out. All that residuals.
It really, it's like your stress levels just astronomically through the roof, and your body doesn't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not every day the way you're hooked up to machines in an interrogation room where someone asks you questions like that.
What other kinds of questions did they ask you?
All the questions pertain to the death of Lilly and Jack. Are you accessory to the murder of Lilly and Jack? They were all.
Are you an accessory to the murder of Lilly? That makes it sound. Think about that. I just now noticed that. I mean, I noticed the question before. Are you an accessory to the murder of Lilly and Jack? Not, do you know if Lilly and Jack are alive or dead? But stating that as a fact, are you an accessory? How does he say that again? Are you an accessory to the murder of Lilly and Jack? You get that? Yeah. It's pretty big. Like they already now notice this. Many times law enforcement already knows the answer. Already knows the answer. Yeah, yeah. Are you an accessory to the murder? That's not asking a question. I mean, it is asking a question, but the question is not, were they murdered? The question was not, were they murdered? The question is, are you an accessory to the murder? Did you help? Yeah, it's definitely a loaded question. Because if that was asked, if I was innocent, I would say, are you an accessory? Well, I don't know that they're murdered. What do you mean? Let's talk to murder. I don't know that they were murdered, number one. And number two, I can't be an accessory if I don't know that they were murdered. That's very interesting. Are you an accessory to the murder? To the murder. To the murder. Right, and you wouldn't be able to answer it in detail, Justin, yes or no only. Yeah. Yeah. Is Daniel quoting? Yes, Bubby, I do have a Cash App. Mods, can y'all drop my Cash App? Thank you, Bubby. Is Daniel quoting what they said, or is that his example of a question? She asked what kind of questions were asked.
What other kinds of questions did they ask you?
All the questions pertain to the death of Lilly and Jack.
All the questions pertaining to the death of Lilly and Jack. Not if they were dead. Okay, Bubby, thank you. The questions pertaining to the death. Not if they were dead, or if he believed that they were dead, or if he knew they were dead, but it's the questions pertaining to the death of Lilly and Jack.
Are you accessory to the murder of Lilly and Jack?
Are you an accessory to the murder?
They were all.
So all of the questions assume.
They were all. They were all. Thank you, Where the Wind Blows. Thank you, my dear. Appreciate you very, very much, my love. Thank you for your support. You can say that without blinking. CPS. What was that? Has been to the home. Kids had bruises, black eyes. 2 + 2 is 4. I agree.
Assumed that the children are no longer alive.
Yeah.
There were no.
They assumed that the children were no longer alive. Now, they did say that from what I understand, the second day, meaning Saturday, in my opinion, I'll say that is when I believe RCMP thought something could be a little wrong here. I don't know what you mean by if the RCMP think they are dead or were murdered, they would have made a public statement. No, unless they think or know who they wouldn't make a public statement. I don't think that they would make a public. I mean, they've made a public statement saying that they didn't believe that they could sustain life anymore outside if they were outside. But they wouldn't say, we believe that they are murdered right now. I don't think they would do that. Not with missing kids, no. When is that even confirmed? What happened to the children? Mm-hmm.
Questions at all about, did you take them somewhere? Could they be somewhere?
No.
He says, no questions about that. No questions. Did you take him somewhere? Did you leave him somewhere? He says no. And if that's the case, remember, this is Daniel. But if that's the case, first of all, I don't believe it. But second of all, if that is the case, then they would have to know whatever happened, that they are not alive. They would have to know more. If they were unalived by someone else, yes. If there was someone on the loose, yes. By public safety, yes. You're right. But if it is a contained, they don't believe it's any harm to the public. Maybe they didn't even know then. If cops already know, that's why they have no proof of an abduction. They know that, yeah. RCMP said 5th day, they believe kids are no longer alive. Yeah. Yeah. And that's because you can't sustain life. They just couldn't have sustained life after that.
The police have done a number of polygraph tests. They've done 53 formal interviews. Do you know who these people are?
Yeah.
That's a lot of interviews.
It is a lot of interviews. A lot of them are my family, people that live in the area. And those interviews, typically, my interview was 4 hours. And a lot of the interviews from my family were 1-2 hours. So there's a lot of time taken up, and they ask detailed questions.
Do you know who else?
I wonder how long Malaya's interview was. Seems like they interviewed you the most, Daniel. That's interesting, isn't it? Why would they interview you most, Daniel? Why you? You think they just like talking to you more? Is that what it is? Was he the what? Was he the first person to take the test? I do know. Oh, wow. Oh, look at this. One of our subscribers went searching around there and found this. It's like a boy's excavator, something like that. Sad. Right. Randy.
Actually took a polygraph test?
I mean, I do, but I'm not going to say anything that's going to impede the investigation.
Okay. When did you find out the result of your test?
Immediately right after.
What did they say to you?
You did a good job. You passed.
And how did that feel?
Good.
And did you feel that there was any further suspicion on you after that point, or was that sort of concluded?
No, that was really when I seen the turning point for it's starting to taper off with investigators.
Do you know if Malaya has taken one?
I don't know if I can say it, but I will anyway. Yes, she did take one.
Okay, she took one. Do you know the result?
No. RCMP weren't allowed to tell me I asked.
You said you feel like everyone in the world wants to know what happened to Lilly and Jack.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think this is getting so much attention?
Well, just
RCMP would not tell him Malaya's results. That's interesting. She does. The reporter does have a lovely voice. She does, yeah. I like her.
the mysterious and nature of everything and how strange everything is. The RCMP, you know, I mean, they have to keep a tight lip on everything, but there's a lot more that meets the eye with the case.
He always says that.
Is there something that you think the public doesn't know that you can share that you want the public to know?
That's a hard one because I don't want to impede the investigation in any way. It is still a missing persons investigation. It hasn't pivoted to any type of criminal investigation. But
Wrong.
The kids were seen the day before. I know a lot of people didn't know that. I still see a lot of stuff online that the kids could have been missing for days. They were at a school for days, and they were seen in the Glasgow area on camera the day before this appearance in the afternoon.
Where was that?
I don't know if I can say that, but it was near the Highland Square Mall.
Was it with you?
It was with me, Malaya, and Meadow, and Lilly and Jack were there too.
And are the police aware of that?
The police were aware of that since.
Do they have that video?
Yes, they do. I also talked to my coworker in the parking lot as well, and he verified that with investigators as well.
Oh, really?
So, for all the speculation, they were gone days ahead of time, or they were seen the afternoon on camera before the disappearance.
Why do you think the police are asking for video dating back, days before that?
Well, the reason for that is they want to see the traffic of the vehicles on the roads in the area, right? Maybe vehicles that were traveling that area a lot over the last few days.
What about maybe Thursday night, Daniel? What do you think about that? You think they want to see it Thursday night into Friday morning? Question. Wondering minds would like to know. What do you think about that, Danny? I think they want to know, 5-speed or whatever the hell it's called. He doesn't mention that vehicle. He's just vehicles passing by. Yes.
Prior to hand, or vehicles that weren't seen in the area, or vehicle.
He's a very deceptive person. There is a side to him that people don't see unless I think you're probably dating him. I think that's just what kind of person he is. I think you don't see it unless you're probably dating him. He wants to control your decisions, what you do, where you go, who you talk to, and whether I agree with Malaya or not. He did this to Malaya. He did a lot of this to Malaya. What changed for her, for the kids not to see Belinda anymore? Daniel. That's what changed. Or you grew up with him. I mean, yeah, probably. But I think it's probably worse whenever it's love kind of thing. I think Janie knows. You know your kid, but I think he certainly, but like I said, Belinda always got to see the kids, even when Daniel and her were together, but they weren't. They were living with Patty. Daniel didn't have the full control. He got her in that shack, and then what happens? It's all him and his family. And that's that. Very sad.
Vehicles that were seen in the area, like local people that are, you know what I mean, making frequent trips past the house, or which it's all considered evidence. I mean, the more pictures and videos is the better.
That's it, Mohawk.
They say they have hundreds of hours of video. Do you know if they found anything on those videos?
I think it was up to 2 weeks ago. They had footage that they examined for evidence. There was 8 kilometers diameter out from the house. So that was after a month. That's how long it took to get footage and review it 8 kilometers out. So
what's on the video?
I don't know. I'm only limited by what they tell me.
But Daniel, I thought you said you had someone in on the inside. That's what you said. Hello, Smoky Mountain Mom. Daniel, you said you got someone on the inside and they tell you these things. You said, shh, don't tell anybody. Delete that message. I've got people I got a guy on the inside. You're so foolish.
How often are they in touch with you?
Send a text. Okay.
Investigators now, I'd say maybe once every 5 days. And usually I'm the one who calls or messages them.
And how's that changed over the course of the 6 weeks?
Well, from the beginning, it was almost daily, tapering off to where it's only like once every 5 days now.
And how do you feel about that?
It's good and bad. I mean, I like to talk to them in person about any little small details I come up with, or anything I can try to bring to their attention, which may help the investigation. So I don't get to see them often, so it's always over phone or messaging, and it's hard to really convey what you want to say when you're not in person. But then I also know the eye's not on me. The investigators don't see me as part of the disappearance.
How do you know that?
Well, when you're going from daily to tape,
What?
It's not on me.
The eyes are not on me.
The investigators don't see me as part of the disappearance.
How do you know that?
Well, when you're going from daily to tapering off every 5 days, I mean, I already gave them everything on my phone. I'm the one who originally said.
You keep telling yourself that, Daniel. Daniel, because you tell them something and it gets spread out further. One morning at 3 o'clock in the morning.
RCMP, open up.
Like Britney Spears says, knock, knock, knock on the door. Bish.
Here, take my phone. We'll go through all my banking information. We'll go through all my stuff on my GPS from Google.
And you were offering all that up right
Yeah,
from the
I
beginning.
offered everything.
And why were you doing that?
To show them that I want to get the investigation moving. I know I have nothing to do with any of it. A lot of speculation is you killed the kids. Let's come out and say it straight as it is.
What do you think when you read that?
It's a lot of nonsense, obviously. I know the truth. I didn't kill Lilly and Jack. And I just think a lot of people online they're seeking drama. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Everybody's allowed their own.
Yeah. That's what it is. Just want the fucking truth. You'll never hear from us again. Never, 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 never. I would love to not know a Daniel Martell. Did he hand over his computer laptop to police too? Allegedly, and his router. Yes. You saw it, yes. You left your phone, Daniel. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What's interesting to me is Daniel says Malaya used his phone in the beginning. Malaya used his phone, and then he says Malaya's phone was dead. And then Malaya said, And then he said Malaya was playing on her phone. Make up your mind, Daniel. Good question. He's probably got one of his regular phones. He's probably got one, for his deals. And he's probably got one for, a hoochie mama. Oh, Sarah. Ugh. What's interesting is that he was burning stuff illegally in the backyard and compromising everything around the kids' toys, in my opinion. Really? I think I did. Did you send it about the update? Is that what it was? What was it about? I swear I'm looking at my thing right now. I don't see it. Gotcha.
Opinion, like I said before, but it's hard on the people that were actually there and missing the children.
What does he mean?
Opinion, like I said before, but
what is he talking about there?
I didn't kill Lilly and Jack. And I just think a lot of people online they're seeking drama. That's the main thing.
Okay.
Everybody's allowed their own opinion, like I said before, but
great.
It's hard on the people that were actually there and missing the children.
Well, that's surprising to me because you lie on Jack and Lilly, and Malaya doesn't do a damn thing. So I'm a little confused.
Still haven't got to see any of my kids, including Lily and Jack. And that's been really tough going from a family of 7, including my other 2 kids that live in Halifax now.
Amen. Amen. Not drama. We're seeking justice. Amen to that. There is too much BS being. Yeah. Yeah. What are you talking about, Kelly? Who are you talking about? Donna put in my opinion. What is Donna saying? I don't even see a Donna. I sent you the link. Did it? Wait and see. Please put in my opinion. Or allegedly. Or something like that. IMO. Tough titty. Oh, Soldier Girl. By the way, I think I did a short today. If not, it'll be up tonight. It's me singing happy birthday to you. Who did Donna? I'll just take care of that. Don't worry about it. I got it. I got it, Cherry. Don't worry about it. She's trying to distract. Okay, guys. Okay, I think that's it. Aww. Can I show y'all something? It's kind of unrelated, but I'll play it when someone just sent me this.
It's now been 4 days since the search for 10-year-old Jaden Spicer found a tragic
Why is it not
end.
going bigger?
His body was found in a shallow grave near Canoe Road in Breathitt County. His mother, Felicia Gross, has been charged with manslaughter, abuse of a corpse, tampering with evidence, and falsely reporting. She entered a not guilty plea Thursday. She's set to appear in court again on Monday. The loss of Jaden Spicer has shaken communities and broken hearts across the Commonwealth and beyond. Tonight, a vigil is being held in his honor. WKYT's Maggie Rickerby has our top story at 10:30.
The loss of a child touches everybody's heart.
Family, friends, and strangers come together in Breathitt County to honor and remember 10-year-old Jaden Spicer. Organizers Shannon Ritchie and Courtney Couch say the goal
I know
is
it's
to
the right
support
bottom. It
Jaden's
just won't work.
family.
We want them to know that they're not alone. We think Jaden's aunts
See?
will appreciate it and his siblings, and we just hope we can show them support.
It's been 4 days since the search for Jaden came to a tragic end, but it's caused a lifetime of pain for many here tonight.
At 10 years old, Jaden touched the lives of many, and with every candle lit here tonight is a heart supporting his family.
It's just really devastating, just for the moms and the families of this community. We all know his aunts. I worked with her for a long time. It's just really heartbreaking that they're being put through something this awful.
For Ritchie, losing a child is a feeling she knows all too well. She lost her son in 2018. It's part of why she's doing everything she can to support Jaden's aunts.
Anytime that I have a chance to give back, especially when it comes to a child, that's what I do.
As the community grieves, they say they're also fighting for justice. What they want is accountability.
I just hope that we find out the truth and that everybody that took part of it just admits to it so that it doesn't have to be a long, drawn-out process.
Forever 10 years old, the community mourns.
Interesting how she said everybody admit to it, that everybody admits to it. Josh, line 1. Josh, line 1.
And remembers Jaden Spicer. In Breathitt County, Maggie Rickerby, WKYT.
Nancy did a really good job on this. She really did. She did a really good job when she did hers. She was pissed. She was pissed. Hey, Christine. Thank you. Christine's, you pronounce it suave? Suave or suave? Either way, it's divine. I love it. Thank you so much, dear. Appreciate you. Thank you for your support. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, it's beautiful. Paging Josh. Yes. Thank you again, Christine. Sauve. I was really wrong. Okay. I would have never guessed. So thank you. Sauve. Christine Sauve. Jaden, it's really, really sad. It's a really sad thing. You sent me an email about the baby. Mara, thank you so much for the Cash App, and thank you to Holly for the Cash App as well. Very much. What is this? Let's see what this is. Okay. Let's see what it says. This poor baby. Some of these kids, man, they just have it rough. God, why? Why do people do this? I'm going to turn this fan off. It's going to give me pneumonia. Thank you so much. Yeah. Poor kid. Everyone pronounces it suave, but the A is before the I before E. Thank you. Josh, please report to the county jail for interview and interrogation. He really has. They sent him there that night, but I figure it won't be long. So many. Someone said it beautifully the other night. They said the I sent Lincoln Cash App. Oh. Some people are praying for, that what others are, unaliving these kids for. What's the link for? I see the link, but is it what platform is it on? Is that a YouTuber? Let me see. Check it out. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Is it 40 minutes? No, that's not it. Is it about Jack and Lilly? Oh, I see it. Okay, I'll look at this. I got it. They've not found him. No, the ass can be genetic. Yeah, I don't know, but I feel terrible. I think that they need to be looking in dumpsters and landfills. This father was charged in 2021 for something he did in 2018, which was allegedly beating a child until it was brain damaged. Never the same again. I got you. I do too. I think Manuel's going to be a quick case. I do too, Linda. I think she'll break eventually. I don't think it's going to be a long drawn out case. Yeah, just me. Yeah. Yeah, he did time for it. How the hell can these people have kids after this? Today, and he had a camera and showed the area. Oh, wow. That's awesome. The news posted that she stopped in. Yeah, Esley, when I was live earlier, I was reporting on that. Once they started talking about her inconsistencies, she clammed up. Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Much love, everyone. It is near the end of her life. Okay. Thank you. From her after she said, yep. Bingo. That's right, Emblem. Yep. All right, guys. Much love, everyone. Appreciate you. Justice for all of these babies. Sad. Have you ever seen an owl's leg? Please Google. An owl's leg? It's not going to show something like a pervy, is it? Owl's leg. What the hell? It says an artificial leg. Oh, no, I put own's leg. Sorry, shit. Not owl's leg. Oh, it kind of looks like me when I was overweight. Let me show you. Yep. Mm-hmm. Looks like I was riding an ostrich. Mm-hmm. Oh, Lord. We gotta laugh. They look bow-legged. It's crazy. It's an owl's leg. They got long legs. Well, they reach down and they claw. They in the air. He made the 7-month-old brain damage, in my opinion. I gotcha. You hear owls every night. You hear guinea pigs too, Joe. Oh, God. All right, guys. Good night. God bless. It's 12 o'clock. I need to go to bed. All right, guys. Much love. Bye-bye.